Guys, Yugi Hobo here with my Blackwing deck profile. This is my first deck profile and Blackwings are my main deck, so please enjoy. First things first, Triple Chris, because you can special summon him when you control another Blackwing, and once per turn he can't destroy by spell or trap effects, which is just a bonus. Honestly, I don't use that part of the effect that often, I have no need to. Then I play two Panakis because you can't special summon him, but he's a level 3 tuner. And during the end phase, you can search for a Blackwing if he was sent to the graveyard this turn. That's amazing because it's just any Blackwing. So yeah, you summon him and then special summon like a Chris, Synchro, and then during the end phase you can search. Next, 3 Bara, because he's a special summon, and then Piercing just as a bonus. And then Triple Gale. I play Triple Gale because you can special summon him when you control another Blackwing. His halving the attack and defense of one facing monster is insane. He's a tuner, and I don't understand why people only usually play 2 of him. Even if I had a spec, even if I drew 2 Gales in my starting hand, and just a level 4, 1 level 4, I would be happy because I'd be able to weaken a lot of my enemy's monsters. And also with Link summoning coming out, it will be very useful. So yeah, 3 Gales all the time. Then I also play 2 Shoras. Again, a lot of people will only play 1 Shora, but I really like him. And his effect of special summoning a Blackwing with 1500 or less attack when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle is really good, because you can destroy it, then you can special summon a Panaki, and then you'll be able to Synchro into one of the level 7s like Chidori or Rikiri, and then you'll get your search from Panaki during the end phase as well. Next, I play Triple Clut, because every Blackwing player knows that you play Triple Clut. He is just insane. During the damage step, you can discard him to boost a monster by 1400 attack, a Blackwing monster. And what I often do is I will normal summon my Shora with like 1 set card for my first turn, and then they'll attack it because they can be over it, and I'll use a colour, and then I get my special summon. So that's really good. Then I played 2 Blizzards because he's only level 2, and I don't know, he special summons from grave. With Black Whirlwind you can search for Panaki and Harmaton. Other than that, there's not a lot to him. So, only 2 Blizzards. One of my least favourite. I play 2 Harmatons because he's a special summon and you can take the level of another. So, it's good from hand, or what I'll usually do is actually summon that with Blizzard to then go into something higher. So take a Panaki's level or Gale's level and then go into one of my level 7s instead of level 6s. And I'm actually thinking of putting in a 3rd Harmaton, just because that will be... I really like Harmaton, he's really helpful to me. But also for Link summoning, it's just going to be a lot easier to get into, like, Decode Talker, which is like the only good one at the minute, having another Harmaton, so then I don't have to waste my Gales on it. Once Phyros, because special summon him from grave for no cost. Well, 400 life points, but then you can just summon whatever you return anyway. On Sirocco, because that permanent attack boost is amazing. If we could please, because it's a permanent attack boost. So you can just get really big walls with him. And then if you can normal summon him without tribute if your opponent controls a monster, so really helpful. Especially when you've got your black whirlwinds, because then you can search for anything. On Steam, because you can use him twice. And you can use I think you can use the token for, oh no, never mind. But the token will be able to be used for link summoning now. And one Orochi, because level 1, so you can make your Nothing into a Chidori. Or anything like that. And then I don't tend to use the battle position changing effect. Now, a card that a lot of you might not have seen is Tornado. Not a lot of people actually play Tornado, and I don't know why, because honestly, I think he's a lot better than Blizzard. Its effect is that when it's normal summoned, while your opponent controls a special summoned monster, you can target one Blackwing tuner in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated, but it's a much easier summon, I feel. I really like Tornado, so yeah, but only one, because I'd still rather have a Gale or a Chris over it. It's good for a comeback. I feel that it's better for a comeback than Blizzard is. Next, so that's it for the Blackwing monsters. Then I play Kamangus and Thunder King. Kamangus, I'd say, is the best of the kaijus because he's got pretty low attack and pretty low defense. Gameciel is good as well because really low attack, but 24, 25, so then if they can stop it, it's still not a lot to get over. And then Thunder King, just because I got out from a trade, and it's the highest attacker, but I mean, I could special summon this while they have a Kamangus, but I could easily beat over both of these with my extra deck cards, so I could use them just to get rid of boss monsters. So it's a good thing to have in. Next, 3 Black Whirlwinds, obviously, because who doesn't want them? When a Blackwing monster summoned, normal summoned, you can add 1 Blackwing with an attack less than. So if you summon Sirocco, you can search for any Blackwing in your deck. If it's Chris, you can search for pretty much everybody. You probably wouldn't want to search for Shara, so anybody that you would search. And then and then Shara as well, you can search for pretty much anybody that you'd search for. I often use my Harmatons early game because I'll normal summon a Panaki and then search the Harmatons using Panaki. But yeah, Black Whirlwind, obviously 3 because it's amazing. For basic MST, only 1 because Reikiri tends to get rid of the back row for me. Soul Charge because it's just great. And a Dark Hole. I don't have enough money to get a Regeki or an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, so I'm just Dark Hole, but it's still good. A Regeki would be a lot better. But yeah, I do have a Twin Twisters, but I wouldn't play it over MST because you want your monsters in your hand. The only time it would be good is if you're going to send a Gale to the grave, or another monster for Blizzard. So either a monster for Blizzard or a monster for Tornado to summon back. Other than that, it's just not worth it. You'd be better off having that monster in your hand to go into Reikiri and have a pop from Reikiri. So that's why I only run one MST. Next is 2 Icarus attack. I feel that you only need 2. I mean, you tribute a Winged Beast and destroy 2 cards on the field. It's really good because if your opponent summons summon or activates something that's going to destroy your monster, you can just use Icarus attack to destroy it, and then destroy cards on your opponent's side of the field as well. So Icarus attack is really good. Next, 2 Mirror Force. I was playing a Quaking and a normal Mirror Force, but I've just swapped them out because Lynx can't go into defense mode, so it just wouldn't be as good. I'd rather swap out one for a Black Sonic, but I don't have enough money, and swap out one for a Storming Mirror Force, because Black Sonic banishes all face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls when they declare an attack, and if you control 3 or more Blackwings, you can activate it from your hand. And Storming returns them all to the deck. So, just 2 Mirror Forces at the minute. Then 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Call of the Haunted. The call is just... I actually only put the Call of the Haunted in the past week because of the link format, so I thought I'm going to need to be able to bring my synchros back from the grave, because I'm not going to be able to just summon them. I play Solemn Warning because it can negate, it can negate True Draco, a masterpiece, which is very helpful. And I did that earlier at a tournament that I was at, locals. It was annoying because we were playing link format and I was not prepared at all. I won 2, lost 2. I lost 2-1 to a banished deck. I was very close though, and I lost 2-1 to True Dracos. And I could have won if I hadn't misplayed, because I had a Call of the Haunted, but I activated this. Yes, Royal Decree. Negate all other trap effects on the field. I could have chained Call of the Haunted to summon my Chidori from grave, but I didn't, and so I got killed. Yeah, serves me right for massive misplays. Okay, that's it for the main deck. I will get on to the extra deck. If I can find my Reikiri. Which I cannot. Reikiri. I'd appreciate it if you showed up. There he is in my deck box. Okay, first, Reikiri. The reason I don't need MSTs. If this card is synchro summoned using a Blackwing as a material, it is treated as a tuner. Okay, that's not the great thing about him. Once per turn, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of other Blackwing monsters you control. Destroy them. I summon Reikiri while I have a Harmattan and a spare Gale and I destroy their back row. Then I can attack their monsters and attack for, you know, a fair amount of damage. I went into him every game in the tournament that I was at, and he pretty much stayed on the board the whole time. Next, 2 Chidaris. He gains 300 attack. Yes, he is also treated as a true knife synchro using Blackwings, but he gains 300 attack for each Blackwing in your graveyard. Not a fun card to play against. Just from summoning him, he's a 3200 attacker. I'll often have him at 35 or 3800 by the end of my first turn. Also, with a Reikiri on field. So, yeah. Also, when he's destroyed and sent to the grave, by battle or card effects, you can target a winged beast type synchro monster in your graveyard and special summon it. That can summon Reikiri or pretty much everybody else in my extra deck. He can't summon himself though, but if you have both of them on the field and you get Raigeki or Darkhold, you can still use Chidori's effect to bring back your Reikiri, so with Chidori you're rarely left empty. Okay. Then, 1 Hawk Joe. Hawk Joe is the reason I can play this in Link format without the Link monsters yet. You can target 1 level 5 or higher winged beast type monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Yes, you can do that once per turn. You can also redirect anything that targets him. So you can basically constantly use him to get your Chidori back. And then if anything tries to kill Hawk Joe, you send it back to the Chidori and bring Chidori back again. And each time Chidori dies, you can bring back your Reikiri from grave. So he's amazing. But you only play 1 because, well, you don't need more than 1. It's just, you could put in 2, but it's still worth it because he doesn't have like any destruction. He's just support. 2 No Thugs. When it's summoned, inflict 800 damage to your opponent, and 1 basic monster your opponent controls loses 800 attack and defense. That is not a targeting effect. He also gives you an additional normal summon for a Blackwing monster. So you'll go into him and use Blizzard and a level 4 or Harmatone from grave to go into him. Then then you get your normal summon again to normal summon whatever you want. Tornado maybe, and then get another synchro summon. He's alright. I don't go into him that much, but that's just because I don't go into level 6s much. My deck's very much more based on the level 7s. Next, I play an Armed Wing. I rarely go into this, but one of my friends plays Paleozoics. So, when everything has 0 defense, and you do piercing battle damage and gain 500 attack against, and gain 500 attack against defense position monsters, 2800 direct damage basically. It's alright. For adding in the links, I'm either going to swap out an Armed Wing or a No Thug for a Decode Talker. Next, I also play 1 Armor Master. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I went into Armor Master, but it's such a beautiful card. Look, Look at the shininess of it as well. It's just, can't destroy my battle. Those wedge counters though, boy. It's fantastic. So, I play those two, but yeah, I can take him out for links. So here, he special summons, when he's synchro summoned, you can special summon an assault Blackwing in your graveyard. That is either Chidori or Ikiri. Or himself? Yeah, or himself, or Onimaru. I also don't go into Onimaru much, but if he's synchro summoned using only synchro monsters, I believe. Yeah, if it was synchro summoned only using synchro monsters only, he gains 3000 attack during the damage step, so 6k attacker, and oh, he can't be destroyed by card effects, so pretty difficult to get over, and you can change his level, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. And that does it for the Blackwings. Next I play an Armades, just if there's a lot of scary back row. Black rows, don't use them much because I'd rather not leave myself open, but she does allow me to go into this. Dragocytus Corrupted Nethersoul Dragon. He needs a Dark Tuner and one non-tuner Dragon-type monster. Originally, I had a Stardust Dragon in place of Black Rose, but I lost it. So I replaced it with a Black Rose Dragon. I can go into this. This cannot be destroyed by battle, and when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the grave, it can have an additional attack on an opponent's monster. And during your standby phase, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does inflict damage to your opponent equal to that lost attack. So, he's pretty good, but pretty difficult to go out. A Gale or a Panaki and Black Rose. And that's it for the synchros. Next, play a Castell. Just get rid of those annoying cards. And Ice Beast Seraphine, because this card is overpowered. It needs 2 level 4 winged beasts. Oh, also both of these can be used for Icarus attack once you've used their overlay units. But once per turn, you can attach one from this card, negate the effect of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each face-up card currently on the field, except this card. Okay, Blackwing spam a lot. You often have a full board. Even better when your opponent plays a spammy deck. This can be on ridiculously high attack. 5 cards on the field, and it's 3500 attacker, and your opponent's effects are negated. It's insane. So, I will adapt this for Link summoning at some point. I will buy the cards needed for it. I'm going to buy one of the structure decks sometime this week, and I may show you the updates. And then, side deck, not a lot. Okay, I don't bother with side deck, really. I have a goes and match, because it can mess up some decks. Each player can only control one attribute of monster. But I did have it in my main deck, but I've taken it out and put it inside. And a card that I got from the tournament, Chaos Trap Hole, side deck, because it's only for a light or dark, but it can negate that summon. And then banish it for a cost of 2000, so it's a solemn warning for the banishes, but is specific. That does it for the video. See that I've gone on for quite a while. Oh well, please like, subscribe, and comment on other videos you'd like to see, and I will be back with some other deck profiles. Thank you.